People absolutely hated Pokemon's newest set, Perfect Order. However, they just unveiled more of the Pokemon cards that are going to be in it. So we're going to go over three things: the box art, the Pokemon they chose to be in the set, so therefore the cards, and also the third thing, which is going to be why people actually love it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to get into is the box art, which I never saw this the first time around, but now that someone online said it, I can't unsee it. And that's going to be how the ETB looks like it's an unfinished coloring set. I can't unsee it now. I can totally see how Mega Zygarde is. I don't even know. It literally looks like it's a placeholder. It does not look like it's finished. So it's interesting. They maybe should have chose the Zygarde to either have some colors or be more of that gray that the ETB is in. But yeah, it looks weird. Now, the actual booster box, I actually like this. I like the logo for Perfect Order. I think it works well with the green in Zygarde. And the pack arcs look okay. I mean, the favorite one and probably the best one is the Mega Zygarde. I hope it does it justice in the cards to come, which we'll see. However, the rest of them, Mega Clefable, I don't really know who's really the biggest fan of this Pokemon. And the cap on its head, a little questionable. I don't know if it's part of its body or if it's a cap, but I don't really know. It's interesting that they chose this to be the picture for the pack art. And the most controversial, Mega Starmie, which I don't know prior to Legends EA who was asking for a Mega of Starmie, but we got it. And it's just interesting that they chose that. And then you have Meowth, which I know Meowth is somewhat of a beloved Pokemon. We did get a decent card from one of the newer sets. I think it was Destined Rivals or something like that. And it's like a $10, $13 card. And people like that. So it's interesting that we may get another card and probably like an SIR version of it. So interesting choices. With the theme, or at least the ETB, I should say, we're getting a Tyrant card, which that's cool because there's not a lot of Tyrant Pokemon cards. So the fact we're getting illustration, I know Rado is happy, so that's cool. But overall, the pack art and the box art leaves little to be desired, which kind of goes into people's disdain for the set. I mean, Mega Zygarde is probably the person carrying the set, and all the others are just meh. It's mid at best. So very interesting choices for pack art, for Pokemon they're choosing to highlight, and then also the unfit. I think this is the biggest L, is that it literally looks like it should be colored. So interesting choice. But we're going to go into the meat and potatoes of this controversy for Perfect Order that leads into why people aren't excited or they hate it. But that is until today. They literally just unveiled today as I'm making this video more of the cards for the set. And now obviously this is for Japan's set, Nihil Zero. We're gonna be getting more cards on top of this. But they did unveil some cards for Perfect Order, and I think this raises the bar just a little bit. So these ones were kind of in there. There was a Talonflame that was shown in this Clefairy. This Clefairy, I think, is arguably way better than the Lily's Clefairy from Journey Together. So I'm here for this. This one's cool. And then you have Talonflame that they had before. This one is cool as well. So that's dope. Now what they have shown now is you got the Spupa, which whatever, Rowlet, and this is a chunky Rowlet. So I guess the people who are into the chunky Pokemon, that's cool. You got Aurorus, which is interesting because spoiler, there's no Tyrantrum in the set yet. However, the fact that there's an Aurorus, maybe that means in the next Japanese set there's going to be a Tyrantrum, and then for our English set, which is going to be bigger, we'll have a Tyrantrum. That'll be interesting. But this Aurora looks super cool. I'm here for it. You got Dedenne or Dedenne, whatever. Interesting, cool. Esper, we did see that one as well. Wasn't anything for me. You got Probopass, which this one is interesting. So cool. You got the Tyrant ETB promo. That's fine. You got Drapion, which, all right, cool. The art, I don't think does it justice, but that's cool. You got, what is this, Doublade? Yeah, Doublade. This one, this is my first time looking at it. Sick, especially the fact that it has the two knights and then the swords on the wall and then the double. This is a fire card. Oh my gosh. Okay. You got Eradicate yet again. We already had one in Destined Rivals, so that's interesting. It's cool that there's the Rattatas in the background. So, all right. You got Decidueye. Interesting. This is wild. You cannot tell me Pokemon Company did not make this card with the Patrick Star in mind. There's no way they made this card without Patrick Star in mind. This is a wild card. Got Clefable here. These full arts from the Mega Evolution block are sick. So these are cool. I'll take these full arts over the old ones any day. Yveltal. Interesting. We got a full art. Spoiler, we have no illustration rare or SIR. So maybe that's to come for English. Mega Skarmory. Cool. We didn't know there was an EX, so that's interesting. You got the trainers here. If you see my ranking of Ascended Heroes, trainers. So, but here we go. Here are the SIRs shown for the Japanese set that I think may be making this step up. We got Mega Starmie. Okay. Interesting. Not much going on here other than Mega Starmie firing a hyper beam or whatever it's doing, Aurora beam, something. Mega Starmie, not the most famous Pokemon, not the most beloved Pokemon. Definitely the most of most troll of a Pokemon. But if there was a card, this does it justice. With it doing the hyper beam or whatever thing out of its gem, this looks pretty cool with some texture. I think this makes it step up a little bit. Then you got Mega Clefable, which this one is cool. Very dreamy. It has the same bubbles from the Clefairy. So that's kind of cool. You have Clefairy right over here. I don't know if Cleffa is somewhere in this art. I can't see it. But Clefairy or Clefable, this is cool. So that's cool there. And then, actually, hold on. We're going to skip this. Meowth. Interesting. I mean, not my cup of tea. Meowth SIR. It looks cool, though. The art is interesting. Definitely has like a sticker vibe. Cool. For all the Meowth lovers. This Mega Zygarde. I got to be honest, this did it. I was hoping that it was going to be something like blasting a hole through the stratosphere with the cannon, showing it off. These colors showing the other forms of Zygarde here. You have the 25% or 0% or, all the percentages right here. And then you have all these colors and it blasting in the middle going towards the user, the POV. Guys, this did it. This did Zygarde justice. So that's amazing. And then you got the other SAR trainers. This Jacynth is pretty interesting with all the gold. The gold Mega Zygarde. This one looks cool. I think this has to be one of the better gold cards that they've unveiled. Has a lot of texture and a lot of detail. This is dope. And this is just the Japanese set. We don't know what is to come with the English set. So Perfect Order started really low. And this segues to my third point. Perfect Order started very, very, very low. People were hating on the set because of the Pokemon they chose. I think these cards bring it up a little bit. I mean, we're still talking about Mega Starmie and Mega Clefable. I don't think they were adored. The cards do it some justice, but I don't think they were adored. So it just makes it better, but not ideal. Now, the Mega Zygarde, I think this blows it out of the park. This could be a Phantasmal Flame situation where, like, basically this is the hit everybody wants and that's it. But if they have a Yveltal SIR, a Mega Skarmory SIR that's like really good, and some other ones, maybe a Decidueye SIR because they have a full out here, it could bring it up. It could be a sleeper. And the third thing that I was talking about was that everybody was hating on the set, so that's why everybody was loving it, because they thought this was going to bring the needed slowing of the hobby and like the heat. And although I can see that if everybody hates the set, it kind of cools down the market a little bit, everybody's still going to pick it up. It's still Pokemon. We're going to the 30th anniversary. It's maybe it'll slow out slower than the rest, but still sell out. The booster box maybe doesn't resale for $400. Maybe it resales for $200. But there's no way that this is going to be the nail in the coffin that stops everything. No way. I don't see it for the set, especially they've already raised the bar a little bit from what people were speculating. I mean, I'm pretty sure people are going to be decently pleased with some of these cards. And once they add what other English cards are going to be in the set for ours, unless it falls off a cliff, I think this at least brought it to a baseline. Not an Ascended Heroes, but definitely not like a Obsidian Flames when it came out. I think it's gonna be higher than that, especially with it being a main series set. It has a booster box. They're gonna want a good bit of cards, especially Ascended Heroes has now the reverse holos that are gonna have some Pokeballs or Team Rocket or energy types. I mean, they're bringing out all the stops. So, is it going to be a little bit less? Maybe. You're going to slow down everything? Probably not. But I'm surprised with what they had in their back pocket for Perfect Order. So, let me know what you guys think. I'm excited to see more cards. Later.